All right, everyone. So I've started the recording, and as I already gave you the introduction and the message, from the homework app and team, we'll move ahead. Now, how many of you have heard this term before? I want to know that. You can just drop a yes or a no, everyone. कितने लोगों ने integrating drama or techniques, of drama they use in their classroom, so they've heard about it at least. Just a yes or a no will work. Okay, and the homework app and team and I together have also conducted the same session before as well. Okay, many yeses and a few no's as well. All right. So how many of you attended our previous session? A yes or a no will work again. The same session we also conducted, before. Yes, okay. One yes is there. No, no. Okay, many no's. All right, all right. No worries, no worries. Okay. Pretty happy to hear that most of you didn't attended the session because this session will be pretty new for you then, right? Rajkumar ji says yes. All right, all right. Anjali ji say yes. Okay, that means you are like a very regular, attendee to the webinars then. All right, perfect to hear that. Thank you so much everyone for the responses. Happy to hear that there are many no's as well. All right. Okay, so meaning of integrating drama, what is it? Okay, in every classroom, in every school, when we say drama and how to integrate it, what does it mean? Drama basically means anything, which is interactive with the student. So the act of, art, culture, group activities, playfulness, something you find, humor in, something you enjoy, or you enact, you do role play, simulations, you learn, or you grow your confidence, or, associations. All these things, somewhere come in, under the meaning of integrating drama. Okay. So in simple and short, if I want to give a definition for the same, I think from my perspective, I'll say integrating drama simply means, integrating art, culture, playfulness, joy, and role play in the classroom with students, right? How well you can dramatize your classrooms actually plays a very big impact on the learning and development of your students, because it's very important, right? Obviously, agar NEP 2020 if we see, which is a modification of the NPE जो कि 1980s में release हुआ था by the government, so it too says that we have to move from rote learning to practical learning. And for the very same reason, NEP 2020 focuses so hard on, art integrated learning, integrating drama, sport integrated learning, storytelling, etc., which is basically giving students the exposure and the flexibility to grow and develop. And again, one such aspect of it is integrating drama. And we learn in detail that basically what does it mean, iska advantages kya hai, and how can you integrate drama well in the classrooms and promote student learning. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, I want to ask before I move ahead, what do you think as teachers can be the benefits of integrating drama in the classroom? So try to understand the meaning, and without searching Google, please, can you tell me what do you think are the benefits of integrating drama in classrooms? What benefits will student get? उनपे क्या developments होंगे? Exactly, Subhashri, definitely. Makes it more interesting, platform for self-expression, yes. Collaboration, yes. Improving learning skills, yes. Expressing Babita ji, okay. Whole class, each and every student is engaged, exactly. Concept clear, okay. Anything else? And the Gaussian collaboration, okay, Urbiji. Easy learning, interaction, okay. Overall development in personality, confidence gain, better learning. Oh my God, so many responses. Make class more interesting. Clear and interesting concept, okay. Ownership, joyful learning, unleashing multiple intelligences. Shivani ji, very interesting response. Yes. Student-centered learning, group understanding. Okay, got it. Yes. Develop their intonation and pronunciation while speaking and reading. Yes, definitely, Shubhamani ji. One of the very good benefits of drama techniques, in the classroom, it basically leads to a holistic development of the student's personality. Yes, will be Jivark as well, visual, auditory, and then we have kinesthetic, and then we have reading, confidence in oneself, personal development, boost confidence. Okay, anything else? Anything different? Now, I don't want you all to repeat responses. You can read whatever responses are there in the chat box and you can tell something different. Oh yes, definitely makes them to go into character and understand it better. Yes, that's a very interesting response again. Anything else you can think of, teachers? More confidence, okay, agreed, agreed. Expressive, yes. Imagination skills, yes. Learning by doing, all right. Yeah, obviously it's experiential learning. Ojaji, definitely. Enhance the spoken skills in expression, arguments reality. Okay, sorry, augments reality. Creativity and life imagination, holistic development. Okay. Possible to apply easy to difficult method. Okay, real life connection, holistic development. All right, all right. So right now, why I asked, whoa. Siddhi sent a full list of it. All right, that's really great, ma'am. Numeracy skills, emotional intelligence, definitely EI, communication skills, concentration. We have confidence. Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think all have exhausted their kind of responses, and I think the same kind of answers are repeating again and again. So rather than moving ahead with the same kind of concepts, and the repeat thing, I'll just move ahead with my own PPT. Okay, yes, Nisha ji, definitely life skills development is also there, as I said, holistic personality development, right? So great responses from all of you, really innovative, really differentiating from each other. So thank you so much for that, right? um Exactly. So you also think that, okay, there are benefits of integrating drama in classrooms, right? And you only answered me right now how many benefits can be there. Different teachers, different perspectives, different schools, different children, right? One more question for all of you. How many of you actually integrates drama in the classroom as of now? So कितने टीचर्स है कॉल पे जो कि ड्रामा को अभी भी इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं अपने क्लासरूम में? Yes, Sankari ji, it's building cooperation as well. Yeah. Okay, Vasudha ji says yes. Yes, you are integrating drama. And if you are integrating drama, I want to know one technique which you are using in class for the same. Okay, Shivani ji says role plays. What about other teachers? What techniques do you use to integrate drama in classrooms? Teachers techniques as well. Come on, tell me the techniques as well. What do you use in classes? Because we are also going to discuss some techniques, and maybe you will connect with the same, really well. Okay, storytelling and puppetry. Oh, puppetry is so nice. That's great. Real life situations, smart small skits. Okay, role play basically is the one major thing all the teachers are saying. Yeah. Urbiji, really like the response puppetry, that's really great. Rest of the teachers, I feel the basic response is role play only. Okay, role play. Hand gestures. All right, Tanisha ji, that's again very interesting. It's great to hear, man. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Finger puppets. Okay, I don't know about it, Anjuji, but I definitely want to know about finger puppets. How do you carry it out? Or do you mean those light responses wherein you make dogs and cats and all those things, in the light and the shadow goes in the wall? Or it's something else totally, finger puppets? Turncoat, okay. Gesture, mime, okay. Mime is very interesting. Again, I love mime. Thought tracking, voice modulation, okay. Anything else? Anything else? Subhashi ji, again, mime, okay. Definitely, Ojhaji, definitely. Agree, totally agree. Sunil ji, what in science is useful? I'm not able to connect which point you're referring to. Mono acting sometime, all right. Showing related articles. Sonia ji, how can drama be connected to related articles? Again, not able to connect with your point. We can explain it a little. I can really connect with it well. What about other teachers? Anything else other than role play and mime and puppetry? I got 3 responses overall in conclusion. Yeah, mono dialogues I got. Street plays, giving my, oh, Babita ji, yeah, street plays. I did a lot when I was in school. Really interesting way of making students learn, especially in social studies. Street plays are very good. They get to express themselves in front of other people, and it's kind of a very great technique to develop their personality as well. Storytelling, yes, definitely. Showing related articles, okay. Sonia ji, again, I'm not able to connect with the point, when you're saying showing related articles. So how do you integrate drama with articles? Really not able to connect that. Animation, okay. Ramaji, animation, how can you integrate drama with the help of animation in classrooms? Because integrating drama is a kind of experiential learning, but animation, if you show videos, that won't be, experiential learning. But yeah, you can explain me the same if I'm understanding it wrong. Look at Nadak, okay. Object talk, okay. That's again new. I don't know about it, Samir ji, but if you can explain a little, maybe I can connect. Maybe the name you're using is different, but yeah, again, very interesting responses. So loads of things to hear. Really great to know that teachers are putting in so much effort, in today's world. I hope, when I was in school, my professors were so chill and good and putting in so much of effort. But anyways, time passes and things change. And that's the, greatest thing, in the century we live in. Well, from my end, some benefits of integrating drama are on the screen right now. The first point I think is it enhances verbal and non-verbal expressions of idea. Now, what does it mean? Okay, let's say I am the speaker for the webinar today, and right now, there's a way I am speaking, right? There's a way I am expressing myself. If you're looking on the cam also, I know it's like a small cam, but if you can notice my gestures, my face, the way I speak, all these are what? Verbal is my audio, the sound I am, taking out, or the way I'm speaking. And then non-verbal expressions is when I am speaking, what kind of face I am making, how are my eyes, how is my cheek, how are my hand gestures. All these are non-verbal expressions, which again gives you some perception about myself as a speaker. That is she interested in taking this webinar? Is she sleepy? Is she not interested? Is she finding it boring? Or is she enjoying the webinar? I mean, when you see another person speaking, another person acting in a way, with the verbal and non-verbal gestures, there's some kind of perception, we make at the back of our minds, right? And drama is one such technique which you can use with your students to improve, gestures, and the verbal expressions. How can they improve the verbal expressions? Obviously, when you do role plays, when you do nukkad natak, when you do puppetry, all these are based on the non-verbal and verbal expressions, right? How the way you speak, how well you're able to deliver your dialogues in class. If you're doing puppetry, if you're doing natak in class, how well you are able to act, or enact the role which you have got. If I have got the role of a maid, or if I have got the role of a queen, or a villager, or let's say an urban citizen, how well I'm able to portray the same. My non-verbal expressions show how well I'm able to portray the same. So when you give students such chances in classroom, it develops, the very basic skills required in their lives. Okay, so that is the first point. Yeah, my gesture. Okay, Sunil ji, just read your message right now. Facial expressions, yes. Tableau, yes. Okay, definitely, definitely. Oh, that's great, Urbi ji. That's perfect. That's really, really great, ma'am. The kind of effort you are putting for students, hats off, Urbi ji. Exactly, Shankar ji. Definitely, Rao ji. Yeah, Bharti ji, definitely. Okay. So again, when you talk to someone, okay, let's say out of this webinar, Bharti ji and Sunil ji and Nisha ji and Urbi ji, okay. I call this 4 teachers at my home, let's say tomorrow 6 p.m. And I say, okay, Urbi ji, Bharti ji, Sunil ji, and other teachers, there's a party at my home at 6 p.m. and please do come. Now, when I invite these teachers, if I invite with a poker face, without a smile, without any good gestures, हाँ घर आ जाइएगा कल party है, how does it feel? It's just a basic example. Verbal non-verbal expressions matters a lot, right? Even if you don't want to call a guest home, which most probably most of the times, most of us could feel, you have to show them that at least you are happy to call them, at home. When you serve them, when you talk to them, you have to, show yourself to be interested, right? Because that is how the human race works. You have to act a lot. We have to act a lot around people. And yeah, it's very, very important to know, how you can present yourself. Maybe right now, I'm just giving an example, okay? Maybe right now I'm tired, I'm totally tired, right? Maybe I don't want to take this webinar, and maybe I'm finding this webinar so boring. But again, I know that it's my job, it's something I do out of passion. And since I have taken the responsibility, I have to present myself in a manner which shows other people that, okay, she's putting in effort, she's here to tell us something, and she's quite interested in taking the webinar, right? So it matters a lot, to students as well, that as they grow and develop in life, they know kahan par kaise act karna hai, where to present ourselves, yeah, to pose you're liking it. Okay, Pranita ji, definitely. Exactly, Alicia ji. Very, very important to communicate, with all your body. You should know that even if you're trying to lie in front of your guests, even if the students grow and try to, present something else in front of someone, They should know how to do it right, is all that matters. And these things actually give them, life skills, which they have to use out there in the real world. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, improves voice projection and articulation of words. Very important. Okay, voice projection kya hua? If right now I'm speaking at a certain tone, at a certain voice, I know that when I take the webinar, I have to speak this loud. But when I speak to someone who is senior to me, who is a teacher or a professor or my principal, I know that my body language and my voice modulation, the kind of words I use, has to be very, very formal in nature. So I'll speak slowly, I'll use formal words, I'll speak in a formal way and not be that, informal, because I know this is a setting where formalization is required. So drama kya hota hai, when you integrate drama in classrooms, okay, when you give them the chance to do all these things like role play, simulations, or do nukkad natak or puppetry, it gives them the idea, how to articulate your words, how to speak in different settings, in a different way. Also, when they stand in front of 70 people or 40 people and they speak in a class, they know that they have to speak at a certain voice projection so that everybody is able to hear them, everybody is able to connect with what they are trying to show to the class, right? So voice projection and articulation of words is another benefit of integrating drama. And knowingly, unknowingly, students develop this cognitive personality skills without even knowing. Repeated, as we say, practice makes perfect. This is what, again, doing the same things again and again in different classes, in different arenas, maybe sometimes on class, sometimes on stage, sometimes, maybe on the streets. It gives them an idea how to change, your words accordingly to the people or to your audience out there. How much voice to project, when you're talking to someone. So if I talk to someone in class, maybe I'll talk in a normal tone. But if the same nukkad natak or street play I'm doing, let's say on somewhere, in the outsides, or outskirts of the school, I'll talk to a stranger in a more decent and formalized manner, because there I know I'll be presenting my school along with me, right? So they should know these differences, and they will only know this when you integrate those techniques in classrooms. All right. So I hope this and the first point is clear to everyone. Yeah. Okay. Take it. Binita ji, I would love to share everything I have, my PPT, my resources, but I'm not allowed to do so. So this video is recorded and it will be there in the YouTube channel of the homework app. So आप वहां से recording देख सकते हो, ma'am, and you can take screenshots. So maybe prepare a PPT of your own, by seeing the same PPT. No worries at all. Okay. Yes, Shankar ji, totally agree to your point, sir. Thanks, Binita ji, for understanding. Okay. So अब next slide पे चलते हैं. Third benefit of integrating drama, we have language fluency and persuasive speech. Okay. Now, when I say language fluency, what do I mean? Now, all the English teachers here, or you might have taught Merchant of Venice, or other Shakespearean books sometime or the other in your career or maybe in your classes, right? And when you teach these books are written in Old English, which is very, very different from the English we speak right now. Like totally different. One would not even understand if they read for the first time. Okay, I remember my time, so I know. So language fluency kya hota hai? When students do role plays, dramas in classroom in different speeches. Agar maybe you are a French class student, okay, or you are learning Bengali in the Bengali class, third languages, okay. So all these languages which are there, maybe you do some drama, on some story or some, chapter which is taught to you in these classes. Now, when you do it, you also learn that how to be fluent in different languages, how to use the words in different settings, right? Which gives them real life skills as well. So maybe in my life, if sometime I go to France, or your students go sometime to France or Paris or Italy or Rome, they know how to speak it out, there as well, and they won't feel any drawback there. That okay, I don't know how to do this because I've already learned it. So what happens is drama जो है, अगर हम एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेके चले, लेट्स आई टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ रोल प्ले एंड पपेट्री ओनली. ओके, सो पपेट्री में दो टाइप के होते हैं, पपेट्री भी अगेन, ओके. वन काइंड ऑफ पपेट्री इज wherein you do the puppet thing from your hand, you control them as well, and then you speak it out, someone speaks out from the back by giving a voice to the puppets. Another kind of puppetry is there's a song and there's music which happens in Rajasthan, that is a folk style puppetry, wherein the sounds are there and the songs are there, and then there are two puppets, who are acting or dancing in a certain manner. So these kind of techniques, maybe role play or puppetry, persuasive speech and language fluency, how to speak it out, how to present a certain sentence, in different languages, multilingualism, which is greatly followed, I think, by the CBSE schools across, loads of language subjects are available to learn, right? So that is again very, very important. You should try to integrate at least one kind of drama technique, per classroom. Okay, because it will not only benefit your student but also help them to understand things better, is very is something to actually take into consideration. Yeah, I'll just see the chat box 1 minute. Yes, Alicia ji, ventriloquist, that's a very fancy word, ma'am. Binita ji, YouTube channel name is the homework app only. So you go and type the homework app, you will get the video on the YouTube channel. There are many more webinars as well taken by me earlier. All the recordings are there. So you can watch any recording you want from there. Okay. Thanks, Mr. George. Okay, I'll go ahead. Now, the fourth is listening and observation skills, right? Obviously, if you're doing a drama or any kind of technique in your classroom, which is kind of experiential in nature, wherein the students are acting out, they are speaking, they are learning, they are doing simulations, they are speaking out dialogues, it also makes them a very good listener. Only if you are a good listener, you would be able to collaborate with your team members, right? So let's say if I'm doing a drama on Merchant of Venice, okay? So agar Merchant of Venice mein I am doing a drama with a group of friends in front of the classroom or in the auditorium, I can only be a good actor when I am a good listener. I should know where to start my dialogues from. I should know that, okay, the person just ended with this particular dialogue, and now after 2 minutes, I have to start with mine. So you also become a very good listener, because you develop a lot of patience, while doing it. Okay, you have to wait for all the people to cover their dialogues, and in the meantime you have to be very active, from mentally you have to be very active to know that when my turn is coming. Just one example of being a good listener, even in classes, when you practice these things, it not only gives you the basic personality skills, but also some cognitive skills, जो कि long term में, it helps you develop and grow as a person. And again, observation skills, obviously you become very observant, small things, right? When you do drama, you use a lot of props as well. Some people use a lot of props as well, when they do role play and drama. And again, they become very observative of these things, because everybody has a different color code, everybody uses different props, and you should know what kind of things are used where. That is how you become experienced in your part of job or your part of field, right? So listening and observation skills are another thing. Okay. Okay, now, since we covered some benefits of integrating drama in classroom, it basically gives you a whole and soul idea कि ये क्या क्या कर सकता है, apart from whatever you said in the chat box. Okay, so again, basically integrating drama is one such technique which leads to the overall development of the student, and that is very, very important to understand, right? Now we will move ahead to some drama techniques which can be used in the classrooms. And I will tell you, some techniques will match to what you said, but there are 1-2 techniques which are different as well. And I want all of you to use it if you haven't used till now, since there are many new joinees of this webinar today. All right. Now, the first technique which we are going to discuss for drama is here on the screen. Now, 3D living pictures. Before I move ahead, teachers, I want a yes or a no. Rajesh ji, the word of meaning of prop is, have you seen people who act out, on the stage? They use this sometimes fancy robes. They use this sticks and pots and all the other materials. So all the things which you use in a drama, Rajesh ji, it basically means a prop to enact out or to act out the role play. Okay, those are called props. No worries, Sheetal ji, you don't have to be sorry. But if you missed any part of the webinar, you can go to the YouTube channel later and watch the recording of the same. Okay. Shankar ji, I couldn't connect to what you said, but I don't know if it's a comment or a criticism. But yeah, I'll try to understand. So all the teachers right now, hi Rosa ji, and hi again. Srudaji, you joined just now or you joined like before only? I remember you from the previous webinars. Anyways, so how many teachers uses this particular technique on the screen of 3D living pictures? Oh, just now. All right, Rosaji, no worries. Teachers, a yes or a no? How many of you have used 3D living pictures ka technique in classrooms? And then I'll explain you with all the examples. Yes, okay, Shubhraji. Anybody else? Yes, no, come on, you can say no also, it's okay. No, okay, okay. Yes, Anamika ji, yes, Bharti ji, yes. Thanks, Shankar ji, thank you. Oh, no worries, Alisha ji. I'll explain right now. Okay, I'm happy because loads of no, but yes, very happy because there's some yeses as well. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much for all the responses, everyone. Okay. 3D living pictures, as you can see on the screen. Okay, now the paragraphs are for you, so you can self-read it while I explain the same. Basically, any kind of object or image, let's say, okay, image is the right word, any illustration, any photograph, or any image, okay, or pic, what do you say, which basically gives you a life experience or range of characters, to improvise it is a 3D living picture. Now, how can you use it? So in classes, teachers basically use these kind of pictures, they print it out in posters. So let's say you are a teacher and you take a chart paper, and you take the chart paper, you go to a shop and you get a picture printed out, let's say for chapter of history. Okay, history mein there's a topic called Boston Tea Party, if I'm not wrong. So in the, let's say you get a picture printed out of the Boston Tea Party of history, and you show the picture on the large poster, in front of the classroom, and then you make people talk about it. What do you see? What do you understand? How many characters are there? What do you think is the era for this? It is a contemporary picture, or is it maybe a 200, 300 years old picture, 19th century, 18th century, etc. And that is how you present your questions in an interesting way and you talk about it. Now, I'll show you examples as well. 3D living pictures ka. Okay. See, for example, this is one picture. Now, all the biology teachers, this is a picture of DNA, as you all know, right? These kind of pictures can be printed out, on cloths as well. You can do, scanning print, scan printer on cloths, or maybe big posters, and hang it in the classroom, before the students enter. So what it will do is, when the students enter the classroom, all they see in the classroom, is a big picture of DNA and nothing else. So it creates, excitement in them. Okay, what is there today in the class? Why has the teacher hung this picture? Or why is there a scanned, printed picture on this cloth, and why it is hanging in a class? Right? Or what you can do as a teacher before the students enter your classroom, maybe you can print out such kind of pictures in small A4 sheets and keep one copy each, on each of the table. And when you teach the class on this particular topic, any topic, let's say you take reproduction system or DNA for biology, what you can do is, हर एक printed copy एक bench पे I am keeping it before the students enter. And as the students enter the classroom, everybody will be intrigued, okay, why is this picture kept on everybody's desk? And then you can tease the topic in class and tell them to maybe mark on the picture itself that this part is this, or this particular part is called this. And then on the back side of the A4 size sheet, they can make their notes as well. So what it did was, nobody had that traditional notebook and pen notes wala class. They will feel something different and they will enjoy the class because there's a picture, they are marking on the picture, and learning will be more effective this way. Again, another idea is this for mathematics teacher. On the clock, clock is, I think, one of the best ways because it is something used in the classroom. Every classroom has a clock. What you can do is, from your own class, sit with your students one day, okay, maybe make a circle in the classroom, sit in between as a teacher, and take a cardboard, and easily you can make a clock like this, make a clock like this with students for the chapter you are teaching, with the formulas like this. And you can hang this clock in the classroom itself, so whenever students enter the classroom, it should be in direct visibility of them. Because in the VARC learning model, as we all know, visual learning is the one of the things, which the caters to a person, a lot, right? So it can help your students to learn the formulas, to learn whatever figures you want to represent in this way very easily, okay? Because every day they will witness or see the same, right? So again, these kind of things can be used, okay? Again, there are other pictures as well. This is a picture of a cell. here is a molecule or an atom, whatever you want to call it. If you give this kind of 3D painted pictures in the classroom, you tell your students to come interact, and then tell them to mark each and every part. Let's say you tell them to mark what is this, then you tell them to mark what is this, right? So in the picture itself, the whole class marks it, and then you can hang this as a chart paper or a picture there itself. So every day when they come to the classroom, they can actually see and learn something from it, right? And see, as I was talking about history, this is a picture taken from one of the aspects, of history, right? It's made so many questions you can ask them. Okay, you can also ask them, which era is this? Why do you think it's 18th century, 19th century? Is it the dress code? Is it the way the people are? What do you think this picture displays? What are the people doing? Which event is occurring here? All these questions can be asked on this, right? This is another picture which I took from geography, I think. Yeah, I think I took it from geography. So these kind of pictures, you can actually get it printed out, on a big piece of chart paper or individual A4 sheets and give it to the students to make the class very interesting, and tell them to write and to mark on the same, maybe at the back side of the paper. So they can also keep the paper with them, they can practice the same. It can act as a visual learning theme in class, and it makes every student come and interact the same. Moreover, what you can do is you display this picture on the chart paper, and you can tell them to interact, speak, and not only that, but you can also tell them to role play on the same. So if you define the event and you tell them that this is the story behind this, now I want you to quickly take 10 minutes and do a role play on the same. Let's say it is of 5 marks. It will be added in your exams. Students will come out, with the utmost creativity they have, right? Or tell them to make crowns, with papers they have in the classroom, and give them flexibility to use whatever props they want to use. Now again, props kya ho gaya? If somebody has a dupatta, if somebody has a handkerchief, somebody has a glue and paper, they can make things there and then and use it for the role play. So this is how you make the class interesting, with the help of just a simple picture which is printed out. Yeah. Yeah, weaving a story, introduce your curiosity. Yes, with straw, DNA strand are yes used. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Namika ji. Just read your comment. All right. Okay. So ये तो हो गया 3D living pictures. Yeah. Second technique is roll on the wall. Now, how many of you have used roll on the wall? Yes or no, teachers? Very quickly. Anyone roll on the wall? No? Okay. Shubhra ji. Okay. Shimani ji has used. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Siddhi ji has used. Okay. Alisha ji has used. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Many responses, I think no zyada hai. Yes, but it's okay. For those of you who have not used, the technique is for you again. Alisha ji, read your message, and really hats off to you, ma'am, for using everything. It's really great to see the efforts. For the other teachers, I'll explain right now. Okay, roll on the wall is what basically. Okay, it's another technique with which you can integrate drama. Now, how? I'll show you. Can you see this picture? यहाँ पर एक sketch pen, or let's say black marker, say there's a person, and there are so many sticky notes, around this person. So what is the basic idea behind roll on the wall? That it is used for character sketching. In simple terms, okay, character sketching is one of the major agendas of roll on the wall. Okay, so roll on the wall is on the wall, or maybe on the walls of the classroom, or on the chart papers, on the board, on a cloth. You can make students use painting, sketch pens, markers, whatever you want. They can draw the character of their subject or chapter. It can also be used for other things, like I said, in history, geography, etc., wherein they can build around a particular topic or particular person. Okay, and in different ways it can be done. Either you can use sticky notes which are like colorful in nature, and it's nice, one sticky note from, let's say, each student for one character. So 10 students can give sticky notes for one character, another 10 can give for another character, and so on and so forth, right? So as a teacher, what you have done is, keep on the wall, on the chart paper, on 4 or 5 chart papers, you have drawn different characters from your chapter, and you told a group of 10 students to take sticky notes and to give reflections of the character. How is the personality, how is the color, or let's say what is the role of the character in the chapter, is the character representing any personality traits, right? कि curious है, surprising है, sad है, या इस type से emotions the character has, and all these things can be written around this particular character, right? So you can divide the students in groups, and or you can make them paint the same on cloths, chart papers, whatever you want in your class, right? If you want it to be more fun, creative, you can do it more with the help of painting. But if you want to keep it more as a formalized class arena, you can give them sticky notes, and you can tell them that, okay, give me one sticky note from each student. So every student will get a chance to participate, and they will actually go to the chapter, search something, and then tell you. So it will also help them to remember. They'll remember the same when they'll give the exams later, right? That, oh yeah, I wrote this sticky note for that character in the classroom. So it's a very, very good reminder as well. You can see here Matilda, as you can see on the screen, right? There's a chart paper, and there's this character Matilda. And what the students are doing, they are beautifully painting out Matilda, that how is she likes to be sneaky, school, in the name of the school, where Matilda is, how many friends she have, how many enemies she have, and all these sketching about Matilda's personality and her life. Okay, so beautifully they can sketch the characters with the help of different things. Okay, you can also use apart from sticky notes, markers, you can also use board pins. Okay, board pins and threads. So if you have seen how other schools do it with the help of board pins, and then they attach threads to each of the board pins. So it's like a map which they make with the help of board pin and threads. Or usually if you have seen Netflix crime documentaries, you can see how the board pins and threads are used. But yeah, I don't have a picture for that, but if you can connect, it's also a very good method of the same. Okay. Yes, very helpful in languages. Exactly. Needhi ji, as I said, it's basically for character sketching. Okay. Nirupa ji, yes, why not? Maths maybe you can use now. If let's say you're using, okay, you're teaching the chapter of probability, right? Probability, Nirupa ji, as we know, is used in many places, especially in gambling and poker games. What you can do is, maybe you can bring, a man, who is a gambler, and who uses the technique of probability to play these things when they go to casinos, right? Especially poker is one of the games in which people have become millionaires by making use of probability correctly. Okay, so you can use a man's figure as a character who is a good gambler or good poker player, and then you can tell the students to write the probability formulas which the man can be using while playing poker. So this way, what you are doing, you are making a character also, you are using role on the wall, and moreover you are telling students to write the probability formulas around the mat. So that is the kind of sketching you can do for mathematics. Just an idea, again, you can refine it more. Okay. Yes, Anita ji. So all the subjects, these techniques can be used. You just have to improvise a little, subject wise. Okay, definitely, Sheetal ji. Again, totally agree. Thanks, ma'am. Pleasure. Okay, then the third thing we have in hand is Tableau. Okay, अब Tableau का क्या होगा कि in a Tableau, what happens is that participants make still images with their bodies, right? So you can read this entire thing on your own. It's for your reference. For me to explain in simple words, I'll just say Tableau क्या होता है? It's a kind of a role play. ठीक है? लेकिन role play and Tableau में क्या फर्क होता है? So the difference between Tableau and role play is, in role play, it's like a it's like a, what do you say? It's like an activity wherein different people take different characters, they act it out. Tableau, you take a situation and then you make still images with your bodies. So Tableau is done, it's like a freeze frame. Simply speaking, Tableau is like a freeze frame. You represent a scene from a chapter, from a book, or let's say a character with a still image, not a character actually, but a situation, by making still images, from your bodies. Now, how? I'll show you a picture. You can see here how they have done this. Okay, this is how Tableau works. So they stand still, they stand, it's like statue, we used to play that game, remember? A statue. And then the person has to stand still in one place. The game's children play, right? So it's like a statue game. Okay, you have to stand still, represent a situation or a motion or a movement, in a still format. That is Tableau. I think somebody mentioned Tableau earlier also, I remember, in the chat box. Okay. Kapilji, for computer as well, you can use the same concept I'm telling you. So Kapilji, let's say you are a computer teacher and you are teaching the students HTML or Java, right? That is, I think, two of the basic programmings, which are taught to students, okay? And C++ is in some schools, but the other schools don't use C++. Python, okay. Python is also there right now. All right. So Kapilji, let's say you are teaching Java or Python to students, right? And all these things, have programs or snippets, of their own. What you can do is, as I told in mathematics, you can take a character that, this is the world's best, computer master or something, and you can bring that person's photograph, or character on the chart paper, or in the form of a 3D living picture. And then you can attach a story also. So what you can do is you can integrate storytelling as well here. You develop a story around that character, that okay, he is the best computer Python master, and he wanted to create a Python yes, Rajniji, he wanted to create a Python program for this particular purpose. And then you tell your students to write various programs in a sheet of paper in, let's say, 7 to 8 lines. They have to complete the program, and those programs written on the sheet of paper or sticky notes can be attached to the chart paper. And then one best program, can be selected by you, and then maybe small gifts like, a pen or a chocolate can be given to them, for motivation as well. So for computer teachers, I feel you have to integrate storytelling as well as, integrating drama. Usko karke, you can, give a very good impact to the class for computer, because students will get a chance to write their own programs after understanding the same. And moreover, they will feel, that, okay, even the computer class is participative in nature and something different is happening here. Because usually I've seen that, subjects like computer, maths, don't really use much of these techniques because they feel it's not applicable, but it is applicable if you use it right. Okay. All right. And then the fourth technique I have in mind, or I have in here, is the teacher in role. TIR, or the teacher in role, is again a very, very good technique, for connecting with your students. What happens in teacher in role? Basically, you as a teacher also takes part in the role play in the classroom, which is happening. And since you know that as a teacher, your stature, your position is much, much, higher than the students. So in the role play, you assume the lowest character, or the character who have the lowest stature or standard. This way, when you are with the students acting out in a group, it gives the students, a feeling of gelling in with the teacher. It gives the student, an impression that their professors or teachers are being very humble, and they're not someone, with whom they will feel uncomfortable, in the role play or drama. So teacher in the role is a very, very good activity, which I feel should be done in, classrooms or schools. Don't be just an observer, but sometimes also be a participant with your students, and just enjoy in the classroom, just release all your tension there, is what I feel. Okay, yeah. Welcome, Kapil ji. Hi, Devrati ji. Good evening. Okay, so teacher in the role is another technique, right? As you can see here, there's a picture I found, on the internet here. That the students and the teachers, are doing a role play, and the teacher is wearing the Superman robe, and you can see what kind of role she is enacting, in the circle it is shown, right? Superhuman, superwoman, okay, or Wonder Woman, let's say, she's acting it out, right? So these kind of things can be done, when you as a teacher assume the role of, the villager or the servant, or maybe in a group, whatever is the lower stature role, you assume that. Which actually gives your student a feeling of, comfort and humbleness, from your end as well. So that is another technique to integrate drama in the classroom. Again, I'm not discussing very basic techniques like, role play, simulation, puppetry, because it's something everybody knows. And even if I put it on the PPT, it won't make any sense to discuss it, because everybody knows about these things. These are the very basics. So my aim was to discuss something different today, which most of you might not be knowing or might not have practiced. And yeah, this was the one last technique, which I wanted to discuss for today. Now, before moving ahead, I want to tell you that, I hope that everything we discussed till now is very clear to all of you. Just a yes or a no would work. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, teacher role is actually important, Chankraji. Yes, I am giving my contact number I'm giving actually my email ID. You can contact me here. I'm active in this email ID. I'm sending it on the group. Thank you, teachers. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm giving my email ID. Just give me 1 sec. You can contact me here if you want for any other sessions also you want me to conduct in your school. So I'm available for the same, okay? This is my email ID, official email ID. You can contact me here if you want, okay? It's here. Thanks, everyone. Okay. I will request the teachers that before I send the certificate link, I have a small activity for all of you, and I want all of you to do the activity sincerely. Okay, please, just a little request from my end. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Just read your comments. Okay. Now you can. Now, as we know that I am collaborating with the homework app and team for this session, you can also use the homework app to integrate drama in classrooms. But how? Right now, the homework app has gamified quizzes. Okay, and today there is an activity which we will do for gamified quizzes to see how the classes can be gamified. How you can do a group activity with students and much more just with the help of this application. Okay, so there's a small activity for all of you to know how you can integrate drama by using the homework app as well. Okay, and the activity for the day is, first you have to join a WhatsApp group. Okay, now I'm sharing the link for the WhatsApp group to all of you in the chat box. So just give me 1 second. I'll share the link with all of you in the chat box for the WhatsApp group you have to join for the activity. Okay. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm sharing the WhatsApp group link. Join the group and we will see how you can integrate drama with the help of the homework app as well. Okay. Yeah, everyone join this WhatsApp group, please. Don't worry. Attendance link I'll send by 7:10, 7:15 p.m. Before that, we'll just do a small activity. Now I'm giving you all 2 minutes, okay? 6:50. आप लोग ये WhatsApp group join कर लो पहले. We'll do a small activity and we'll wrap up the webinar. That's it. Okay. So everyone, please do join the WhatsApp group. I'll tell you how can we integrate drama by using the homework app as well. Okay? And give me 1 minute. I'll bring my phone as well. You can all can join the WhatsApp group till then. Join? Okay. I'm just waiting for all the teachers to join. Just 1 more minute and 6:50 p.m. We will start with the activity. It's a very small activity for 5 minutes, so won't really take much time. Okay. Okay, teachers, just give me 1 second. I will present my screen and show you how you can exactly use the homework app, for the drama assignments or gamified assignments. Okay. And I hope all of you have joined the WhatsApp group because it is very important for you to join for the activity. Okay. So please join the WhatsApp group if you haven't. Okay. After joining the WhatsApp group, teachers on the Zoom screen, everyone. Okay. Before we start with the activity, I will show you what exactly we have to do today. Okay. 1 minute on the app too. Binita ji, you can't see it on the app, but you can see it on the YouTube channel of the homework app. Okay, आप YouTube जाइए, आप homework app लिखिए and आपको channel मिल जाएगा, तो आप वहां पर recorded session देख सकते हो. All right, yeah. Now what you have to do for today, all the teachers on call, you have to open the homework app. Okay, Shipra ji, yes, I'm sending the link again, ma'am. Just give me 1 second. It's somewhere lost in the chat box. Just 1 minute, I'm copy pasting it again. Yeah, the link is here again, everyone, for the WhatsApp group. Okay, now for what you have to do right now is basically open the homework app. Okay, after opening the homework app, you have to choose your class and your subject. Okay, so go and create a class. As you can see the class option here, you have to create a new class. Okay, that is the first step. आप एक class create कर लो. Maybe let's say you are a standard 10 teacher and you select the subject as mathematics. Okay, and then CBSE is my board, my medium is English. Continue. In 30 seconds, you all can create a class for you. Whatever section you teach, whatever subject you teach. Okay, so I'll enter my class 10, let's say as 80, and I'll click on done. Now my new classes, now this section already exists for me, so I will click on G. Okay, so I have created a class 10G for mathematics as of now. All the teachers, the activity for the day, first go to the classes and create your class. After you create your class, I have created 10G. So I'll click on 10G. And after clicking on 10G, what happens is it will give you many options. Okay, how do you want your homework or worksheet to be generated? Now you can use question banks. If you want to generate a worksheet with case study questions, assertion reasoning, value-based, etc. You can select from all the pre-typed questions on the applications. But today's focus is that we have to, create gamified quizzes, right? So how do we create gamified quizzes? Sorry, I just closed the application. Okay, so your first step is to go and create a class. And if you want to create a worksheet using the board questions, if you have already created a class, it's fine. But for the other teachers who haven't, they can create it now. Okay, now if you have already created your class, it's completely fine. What you have to do now, you have to go to interactive quiz. Can you see it on the top of my screen, everyone? Interactive quiz. Okay, you click on interactive quiz as of now. Okay, and I'll tell you the WhatsApp group ka kya role hai at the end. So you go to interactive quiz, and then since I am, let's say, a standard 10 mathematics teacher, I'll click on the subject of maths. Okay, for interactive quiz. So interactive quiz is basically a gamified quiz which helps you to integrate drama and games in the classes while studying for students and increase student learning. So I have chose standard 10 maths, but you can choose your subject and your class for the same. Okay. Kiran ji, you will be able to join, ma'am. Wait, I'm sending the link again. All the teachers are joining. Just try again, you will be able to join. Okay. After choosing that, let's say I am teaching right now quadratic equations in my classes. Okay. So I will choose, let's say from here, I'll choose 4.2, that is quadratic equations. Okay. Now from here, let's say easy questions. I want, 1 second. Yeah, easy questions. Let's say I want 2. So I will select 2 from here. Okay. Okay, my screen share is a little slow. So yeah. So let's say I want, medium questions to be 2. I want easy questions to be 2 as well. Okay. And then I want the hard questions to be 2 as well. So I click on 2. Okay. And I want the extra hard questions to be 2 as well. So I have a combination of 2, 2, 2 for everything. Okay. And then you can see at the bottom of my screen, the total number of questions is 8, right? So I click on the total number of questions, which is 8. And I can review my questions here. Ab ye jo questions hai, you can see each and every question has an easy mark also. Ki easy hai, ki hard hai, ki medium level hai. So all the questions are here on my screen, and I'll click on the next button. Okay. After clicking on my next button, you will see that the interactive rapid quiz will be ready, which is a gamified quiz by the homework app. So you can change the deadline, as in when you want the time, the day, everything. You can change the name of the quiz as well. Okay. And then you can click on create interactive rapid quiz. Now in 30 seconds to 1 minute, your quiz is ready from the application. Okay. And then if you want to share this quiz, you can click on the share button, right? Now I want to share my interactive quiz with the class 10G, which I just created. So I'll click on 10G and I will click, share with 10G. Now you can share this quiz in two forms. या तो WhatsApp पे share कर सकते हो directly, या फिर link copy करके you can share it anywhere else. So I'll just copy the link and let's say I paste it in my messages. Okay. So I'm not sending on WhatsApp because I don't have a student group, but you have to send after creating an interactive quiz to your students as of now. So all the teachers, I want all of you to create an interactive quiz right now and send it to your students on WhatsApp. Okay, that is the activity. You have to send it to your students. And after you send it to your students on WhatsApp, take a screenshot of the same and send it in the WhatsApp group you all recently joined. That is the activity for the day. Is it clear to all teachers? Yes, Shrija ji, 11th and 12th are still under development, so it is not available. Yeah. But if the interactive quiz is not available, you can also go to the classes and you can create another homework and share with the students. That's not an issue. Okay. So activity is you create a homework, you share it with your students, and then you take a screenshot and you send it in the WhatsApp group. Just a minute, I'll share my screen again. Okay, so we were here, as you can see, right? You have to share the homework, and I already copy pasted the link and share it in my messages here. So when you share it with your students, it will appear something like this. All you have to do, is click on the link to homework. Okay, so you click on the link to homework, and then yeah, and then you can see that there's a profile already created. So let's say I click on next, and as a student, what I'll see on the screen is this. You can see right here. Okay. So there's a homework, for interactive rapid quiz and quadratic equations, and you can click on the same. All right, as a student, you can click on the same, and you can click on play. Right now, it will appear something like this. You can click on play, and you see how well the quiz goes on. 3, 2, 1, and so on and so forth. All right. So the first question is here, what you gave, and you can see how the timer is going up and the options are available now. So I click on yes, and my answer is wrong. So you can see that, okay, how many points and how the student lost, and there will be a meme which will be appearing. And basically, it's a gamified quiz which is there. Okay. So a very interactive and good method, of interacting with students, right? And yeah, when you go back on the application also, you can see right here how many students have seen the assignment, how many students haven't. So let's say I will show you for this. Okay. Yeah, so you can see on the screen that Harsha Agarwal has viewed the assignment and the status is 1. Or you can also see the reports. You can download the same and share it with your students as well. Okay. So this is basically one way which you can use the homework app, for interactive, quizzes, gamified quizzes, and integrating some drama, in the classrooms as well, right? Now your activity is to basically do the same, and you have to share the screenshot in the WhatsApp group you all have joined after you do it. Okay. Yeah, you can share it with your class on WhatsApp to your students, or you can also copy paste the link on Google Classroom, whatever medium you use online to connect with your students. Okay. Oh, Alicia ji, it's fine, but thank you so much for that. You can send the screenshot, in the WhatsApp group you all have recently joined. Okay. The activity deadline is 7:05 p.m. So I'll wait 5 minutes for all of you to complete the activity, and I'll see my phone actually, how many of you have sent it or not. Okay. Attendance link I'll send everyone after the activity. Okay, 7:05 p.m. is the deadline for the activity. Link to feedback, link to certificate, I will send by 7:10 p.m. Okay, 7:05 p.m. is the activity deadline. Or certificate link jo hai, I'll send you by 7:10 p.m. Okay, everyone, don't worry. I'm seeing the phone, and actually I can see that very few teachers have sent the screenshots. Also, you don't have to send the homework. You all have to share the screenshot of the thing you have prepared. Okay. So share it with your students and send the screenshot. Urmil ji, Sibila ji, Vandana ji, perfect screenshots. Shriyanka ji, perfect screenshots again. Ash ji, perfect. Again. Yeah, Shiraj ji, perfect screenshot again. Akansha ji, perfect. Deepal ji, everyone, great. That's really, really great. Anyways, your students will enjoy this a lot, because extra practice never hurt, right? Unable to make, Renu ji, okay, you can make another homework as well if you can't find your class, or your own subject. It's completely okay. Okay. I hope everyone is done with the activity and is doing it. It's 7:03 p.m., 2 minutes more for everyone else, right? It's an easy activity and it's fun as well, so you all can actually do it in no time. Okay. Perfect. All the teachers, that's really, really great, that you all are doing the activity well. Till you all do the activity, I'll just share my screen and I'll show you how to fill the form for today. Okay. So that when I send you the certificate link, you fill it right and you don't do any mistakes in it. So just give me 2 minutes and I'll present my screen and show you. All right. Okay, all the teachers who have done the activity or who are done with the activity, they can come back on Zoom and please see my screen. So everyone, can you give a confirmation if you are on the Zoom screen or you're still doing the activity? You can just type activity or Zoom. So I can start with, how to fill the form for the today so that you can get your certificates right. Zoom, okay. Can you give me confirmation so I can start with the same? Done. Okay, Zoom, activity. Okay, no worries. If you are doing activity, it's fine. You can do the activity. Rest of you can come on Zoom. Zoom, okay. Okay, perfect. I mean, everybody is on Zoom only, so I'll start then. No waste of time. So it's very simple to fill the form for the day. Just fill it right with the right details because certificate will be generated on the behalf of the details you give here. So simple, you have to click on start and then some simple details like name. Then you have to enter your phone number. So I'll just enter some phone number here once and you can enter your WhatsApp number. So you enter your name, WhatsApp number, you enter your email ID. After you enter your email ID, gender, mine's female, so I'll enter female. School, I don't have any school as of now, which I teach, so I'll just enter XYZ, but you can enter your school name. Then since I am a tutor, I'll enter tutor and then click on OK. And then you will see the summary of the details here on the screen. Agar sab cheez right hai, you can click on continue. If there's any mistake, you can go back with the form arrows and correct the same. Okay. And then they will ask you whether the summer holidays ke baad school start hua hai ya nahi. Since mine has started, I'll click on yes. Okay. And then there's a Smart Teacher Festival. Okay, so Smart Teacher Festival is basically a free of cost festival which is organized by the Homework App and team. Everybody can participate in it. And what you get out of it is that a Smart Teacher certificate and a reward which is worth rupees 2,000. Now it's a 7-day long festival. All you have to do is create 3 assignments using the Homework App. After creating 3 assignments, you share it with your students and get at least 30 submissions. And then share the auto-generated reports by the application to them. Everything will be tracked by the Homework App and team. The leaderboard or the marks board will be sent in the WhatsApp group itself, which you will join. And yeah, they will give you your certificates, your rewards there and then itself. So if you want to participate in it, you click on yes. Okay. And then the last question, if you teach maths, you say yes. If you don't, you say no. Okay. And then you click on submit button. Only if you click on yes for the Smart Teacher Festival, you will get the option to join the festival group here. Okay. So if you want to join the festival group and participate, you click here and you join the festival group. Okay. This is how you fill the form for today for the certificate. Now I'm sharing the link in just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm sharing the link with all of you. Okay. Yeah, everyone, here is the link for the certificate. Okay, you can fill it by 7:15 p.m. or 7:20 p.m. Okay, 7:20 p.m. you can fill the form, because after that it will close and the team will not accept any more responses. Thank you so much for all the comments. I just read it right now. Thanks, Seema ji. Read your comment right now. Thanks, everyone.